You like how I'm warding your simps off, Nia? You like how I'm claiming you on them posts?
Are we live?
Yeah, we should be live now.
Man, you should have said something, man. I almost said something.
Oh no, you good, you good, you good. I don't give a damn. Shit, we say
I've
more
been
controversial shit as
Oh,
last, was it
man.
last Sunday?
I've been talking hella shit on Nia posts. I'll be like, I'm
Man,
about to pull up, babe.
man, we got some thirsty ass niggas commenting on Nia's photos again or something.
Man, boy, they are thirsty. Boy,
They was
that
like,
shit
you
is
Queen.
so
so
you
funny,
so
dude.
beautiful. You so beautiful. I was
You
like,
black queen.
they said you so beautiful. I'm like, next person say my girl is beautiful. They getting their ass beat. And that's on neighborhood.
Yeah, man, I bet some of them motherfuckers are literally married too. Like, man, I wish I wasn't married, or
Yeah,
else I was
like
blind.
I acknowledge she is very attractive, but why the hell do I want to call another female attractive? And then my wife, she has a Facebook, she follows me. Why do I want to do that? Like that's just
Man.
dumb.
See
That's just
that, but
dumb.
see the
Sure,
whole the
man.
whole point of it is
That would have
that's the
risked it
that's the
all.
fun
I
of it.
know.
That's the fun of it. What the fuck? If I'm not risking it all, then I'm not having fun.
And Stevie said G Rock's low key thirsty too.
Oh
Nah, my
damn.
girl.
Of
Hey,
course he's
shit.
thirsty.
Hey,
You can
hey.
admit it.
I'm gonna tell you what the fuck it is. I ain't got no problem saying that Nia cold. I don't give a fuck. Who gonna whip my ass? Y'all gonna whip my ass? Nia cold. If I was in Texas, I'll be trying to holler at Nia too. I was like, what it is, girl? What it is?
Damn.
All right, I'm done
Man,
talking. I'm done talking shit, bro. Let me stop.
man, Nia, if you're in the chat, man, you gotta hire some personal securities around your house.
Where hire you, brother? Better get them, man.
I'm a
Yeah, they
chill.
be wilding out on her page, man.
Hell
They
yeah.
do, bro. That shit be funny as hell, dog.
I just like how she basically she set them up to fail, man. When she
Hmm.
she posts them thirsty pics, man. It's just so funny, man. Like
That
they
shit
just melting.
hilarious.
They melting. Oh, you so beautiful. Oh, that's just how they are, man. Neil
She
like,
came
Yeah,
out.
hey
tell them
man,
how it
like
is.
I
She
don't
came
care
out
if
with the
you
following post talking about don't call me no goddamn pet
yeah.
name.
Yeah, that shit was funny. It said, "Don't call me
Yeah, I
no
was
pet name."
dying.
I was like, "Damn."
Wait, what happened?
She
She
had a
told
post. You
she
didn't
she
see it?
told niggas to stop calling her like stop calling her pet names and shit if she don't know them like that. And then like all these motherfuckers start reacting and was like, "Damn, I just be doing that out of habit." It's like, yeah, you a creep, nigga.
Yeah.
The fuck?
No,
Niggas
she
be
said y'all
watching her
my
stream in
security.
their underwear.
She said y'all my security.
I tried to get Sinister in here tonight, but I guess he's still out of town, so he'll be here next week. We ain't had him
Oh,
on
well.
long. We ain't man, where he been?
Yeah. I talk to him here and there on Instagram and Facebook sometimes.
I
Hmm.
gotta, I
Yeah,
gotta
he a
find,
cool
I gotta
brother,
find
man.
I gotta find that message in my DMs, bro. One of them simp ass motherfuckers hit me up and was like, "Are you really dating Nia?" I'm like, "Get the fuck away from me, bro. Get the fuck away from me,
Man,
bro."
stop lying, nigga. You do be posting thirsty pics, man. Don't you lie, man. Don't
They be
lie.
talking about, "Yeah, are you really dating Nia?" I
He's
was
like my
like,
nigga. He's like my
I ain't
nigga. Can
even
you give
answer
me
that
the
shit back,
playbook?
bro. I should have went ahead and answered that back. I should have answered back. I'm like, hell yeah, that's my wife, nigga.
Yeah.
shit, shit,
Should have told him I give you the playbook,
shit,
$59.99.
shit. Fucking CVS talking about Nia out here crushing dreams. LOL.
Shit. She be playing Animal Crossing and crushing motherfuckers' hopes and dreams, bro.
Oh boy, this is too funny, man.
If you think about it, it's really all Nia fault because she's sitting up everybody up in here quarantined. All we gotta do is think. Shit, she up here. All you can do is hope and dream and talk to Nia, and she telling you making posts like, "Stop calling me bae." She fucking up people's whole lockdown, nigga.
Niggas over here tearing down posters and
Like, she said, "I can't talk to her no more."
So anyway, okay. Okay. PSA: if y'all see bad latency or Unforgiven, they are no longer welcome on this channel. They are banned for life. I'm not playing. They're banned for life. I don't. I'm done with the mocking of my people.
Oh,
Like with the whole monkey comment. Like I am done. Like it's just kind. It's just sad that times like this that when we need to come together, and people is actually showing their true colors. The people that you thought that they're your acquaintances, they're your friends, or whatever, I mean, you probably need to check them twice. You need to probably check their history, their background, who they're really about. So yeah, like I said, those two, they're gone. Mods, take care of your business if you do see them, and that's basically all I gotta say, man. So I guess after that, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Regame 27 back again with another podcast. I got some stuff to talk about today. Sega once again disappoint me, and hold on before you start hot siding. Hold on, man. I know you got something to say. Chris. So so Sega, it disappointed me again. PlayStation, they withheld their conference because of the current events that's going on. And of course, Nintendo, they are still knocking out of the ballpark with their sales. I can't find no Switches anywhere. I was trying to buy my kids their own Switch because I can't even play my Switch no more because they both fighting over the goddamn Switch. I can't even play it. So I can't. If I want to buy a Switch, I'm going to have to pay $500-600 on freaking eBay or Craigslist. So forget that. So yeah, it's hard. It's hard trying to find a Switch right now. So
I got a homeboy who be knocking off trucks and shit because I sold my Switch for the low. I mean, I sold my Switch for like $350, $400, bro. And I got one of the new boys for $100. He did his thing on the truck for me, but
Hey man, where he at?
You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, man.
You get 3 from him.
I'm gonna hit him up today. I'll hit him up, see what he got.
Hell yeah. So
I'm trying to see if he gonna have that hookup for the PS5 and the Xbox. If I get them boys for $150, $200.
Man, what you're gonna have to do is go to those rich, lonely, ugly ass white women, man.
Hey, man. I'm telling you think I'm playing? I will knock the dust off one of them old ass white women for PS5, nigga.
Secure your PS5, man.
I'll change that old whole life, bro.
And well, you got a girl that's living 6 hours away from you that probably got the PS5.
All you gotta do is drop that BBC on them, Chris, man. You'll secure the PS5 really fast, man. And the Xbox bro. Series X.
I mean, she probably got a PS5 waiting for you. All you gotta do is go over to her house.
If she gonna do all of that, if they gonna do all of that shit, fuck the PS5 and Xbox. Come pay some of these goddamn bills.
I know. So I guess
we're paying the bills.
I guess anyway. So we got a few topics to talk about. So let's go ahead and get into our intros and talk about the games we've been playing. Let's start with you, Chris.
All right, what up? It's G-Rock here. I'm back to talk my shit. I'm gonna go ahead and be saying some wild shit as I usually do, and I'm gonna let y'all know up front. I'm gonna need everybody to subscribe to my OnlyFans page. If you a female, if you a dude, don't subscribe to my shit because I know y'all be getting down weird and shit on here. No.
Oh, jeez.
Damn. All right, go ahead, Nick.
Gigolo Rock.
Hey, this is man. I can't lost my train of thought already. It's like, hey, what's up? This is Nick here for another episode of the Real Talk Podcast, and I don't care who you are. You can watch my OnlyFans as long as you pay me. I don't give a shit. I just need the money. Like, so whatever.
Oh, yeah, you one of them freak hoes, huh?
Hey man, I ain't gotta touch them. I gotta try to get their money out of them.
I ain't gotta touch it as long as I get the money.
All right, anyway, let's go with you, Jalen.
What's going on, everyone? This is your boy Jalen. Just living in another day and ready to do this podcast. Let's do it.
All right, last but not least, Amazu.
Hey, what up, y'all? This your boy Amazu. Welcome to the podcast. Ouch.
All right, appreciate everybody coming out. So Alex, he won't be here tonight because he has his 34th birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese as I speak right now.
Oh my!
So yeah, he's having fun. He's having fun playing, a lot of arcades right now, and
playing that old school arcade Turtles.
They took that away. It's no longer at Chuck E. Cheese. I was looking for it last time when I took my kids there. They used to have the X-Men arcade there. I was kind of disappointed they don't got it there no more. It was really fun.
So it sounded like you was really the one enjoying this shit for real, bro. Okay.
But yeah, so he ain't gonna be joining tonight. I'm gonna try to get Sinister back on the podcast. He's been a while. He's been out for a minute. So I guess I guess let's talk about. Oh yeah. Let's get this out the way. Games. What you been playing this week, Chris?
Really, I ain't been playing too much of shit. I've been working. I've been playing a little bit of Xenoblade Chronicles here and there though. So I'm trying to knock that out before, Last of Us.
Oh, okay. What about you, Nick?
I too have been playing Xenoblade.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much it. It's the only real game I've been playing this week. I haven't done anything else. Xenoblade. I picked that game up last Friday, and I've been playing ever since.
Oh, okay.
Except on network.
Okay. Jalen.
Oh yeah, I've been playing. I've been playing Smash, and now I've been playing. Just old school retro games. Broke is a joke. Don't have no money to buy these modern games that's coming out.
You can always sell dick.
Oh damn. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, man. Hey, man, it's life.
And unemployment ain't hitting for everybody.
No, it's not, man. Pretty soon, money can dry up.
Hell, the question is who I can sell it to around this motherfucker.
Oh man, it's people. Is it? You get some of these low confidence motherfuckers. They buying everything. I'm not saying I know from personal experience or nothing, but
Sure you are.
Shut up, bitch. Run your podcast.
Oh, now the truth comes out.
He said Sega's always taking L. It's a quite embarrassing. Damn.
All right, what about you, Emmons? What you been playing this week?
I've been playing some Smash Brothers,
Damn.
Street Fighter 5, Smash Brothers, Street Fighter 5, Soul Calibur 6, Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Just been in a fighting game mood. Pretty much.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess for me, I've been. I didn't play much this week. I've been playing The Last of Us this past couple of days. The time I can play because I'm too busy chasing my 2-year-old son around. So I'm trying to rebeat The Last of Us for the third time. So of course, I'm still getting ready for The Last of Us 2. And yes, of all the stuff I've been saying about it, I'm still want to play it because the last trailer or that 20-minute. I won't call it a trailer. It was like more of a gameplay, a walkthrough they gave. It was like 20 minutes. I liked it. The gameplay was awesome, and I'm excited for it. But the political agenda that's behind it, I'm not so excited for it. So even though, it sucks about the whole leaks, but I'm still interested in buying the game. So that's why I'm replaying The Last of Us before the next one comes out. And I think that's all I've been playing because I'm too busy on social media with this chaos that's going on, man. It's bad, man. Like, I'm trying not to go deep into that, but all I know is it's bad. Let's try to keep it gaming tonight, but it's bad. But Sunday, I am doing another podcast, non-gaming related, talking about social issues on this channel this Sunday. So I'm just letting y'all guys know if you do want to be a part of it. I'm just saying it's going to get very controversial. If you want to be a part of it, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. So I guess the first thing to talk about is this whole Sega thing.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Let me go.
I don't know what. I don't know why Sega does this mess, man. Like, I think it was like 2 years ago when they overhyped that 2 Point Hospital when they tweeted out a fucking light bulb, and we didn't know what that shit was, man. Like, they just left us in the dark, and people keep on talking about, it's Dreamcast, do this, Dreamcast, and this and that, and this and that. It's a Dreamcast Mini or whatever, and this and that, and all of a sudden we get a game that nobody never heard about, and it was overhyping the shit out of that game. And I understand Sega's a company. Yes, you want to overhype your stuff, your products, because you want to sell it, but don't overhype something that you make it seem that it's like one of those iconic type of games that we've been waiting for, or it's one of those iconic type of announcements that we've been, us Sega fans, been, dreaming of. But yes, we got that bullshit, and couple years later, they make it seem that this announcement was going to be a game changer. It's going to be industry shaking announcement. It's going to be on the same level as a PS5, and of course we got the Sega Game Gear Mini, and we thought that was the announcement that's supposed to shake the industry, and no, that wasn't. So I was like, okay, maybe we got a chance. We got a chance. So when we got this damn other announcement, I think it's like a streaming service called a Fog or something. It's about playing home arcades or something like that. Just I guess whenever the arcades are closed, you get to go home and play it. That sounds like an interesting idea. I understand Sega makes a lot of money in their arcades because that's how they started in the arcade. So I can't knock their hustle. That's where a lot of their money come from. But don't say stuff like that in front of your longtime fans and making us think that it's going to be a brand new console, or making us think that you might have partnered up with Microsoft to basically have the Xbox brand be branded as the Sega console in Japan. That was another rumor. Been a lot of rumors about that, but it's called.
I was kind of hoping that one was true.
I was hoping that too. I'll be like, okay, we got some hope, but no, this. How can I even start about that? I don't even know what to say. Go ahead, G-Rock. I know you got some bullshit to say, man. Go ahead.
All right, so first of all, let me say, the first problem that you had was believing that Sega was going to do something fucking right. The second problem that you had was believing that Microsoft was competent enough to help Sega do something right. The third problem you had is fucking believing that Sega was going to fucking make a console. Dog. These niggas are trash.
I didn't say they was making a console. I said what if. Last week I said what if.
The fact that they even said or made anybody believe that this was going to be anything other than garbage says a lot about Sega. Just the simple fact that these motherfuckers let it go on. They didn't even come out and temper expectations. That's how I know these motherfuckers haven't been in the console biz for a while. Because when people start hyping shit up, at least Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, they'll be like, hey, chill out. Don't do that, because we didn't say that. Sega like sat up there, let everybody start stroking their dick and everything for a whole ass Sega Mini and some damn Fog arcade game. Like, bro, who gives a fuck, bro? Like, that's the first thing. It's like, bro, you could have did anything. I would have even took if you was like, you know what? We did all this just to say, hey man, Jet Set Radio or some shit like that. I would have even took that. But you made it seem like you was about to go ahead and just unload, like, oh, this whole damn announcement was so amazing. And I'm just like, whoever sat up there and thought that this was lit, they need their ass whooped off top, bro. Like, I feel like anybody who has ever bought a Sega game should get to line up outside their damn headquarters and just take turns collectively beating the shit out of them. Because that shit was garbage, bro. These motherfuckers is trash. These niggas is little doo-doo water, bro. Like, I'm sorry. At this point, I wouldn't be mad if Microsoft bought them motherfuckers, because that dog, hell no. Like, just ridiculous. And then on top of that shit, they was like, oh, we gonna change the way that you play arcade games. Motherfucker, people barely playing arcade games. What the fuck? Nobody cares about you changing it. Like, nigga, put your games on cell phones like everybody else and shut the hell up, bro. Oh my god, bro. Trash. Little doo-doo water. They need their asses whooped. And on top of that, you still ain't made a good Sonic game. And you got the nerve to try to reinvent something else. Nigga, reinvent your damn games that you can't make. How about that shit? Trash. Garbage ass niggas, dog. I'm done.
You sound like a passionate Sega fan, man, the way you going out.
I sound like a nigga who's been let down by these whole ass announcements time and time again. And I'm sick of it. I still got my Dreamcast in my closet, and I'm throwing that bitch through somebody's window. That shit's trash, bro.
I don't know, man. The way you going about it, Chris, you sound like a secret Sega fan, man.
I never said I didn't have. Like, I had a Genesis. I had a Dreamcast.
Oh, okay. So now the truth comes out.
I never told you I didn't have Sega consoles. I just said they always suck in comparison to Nintendo, which, if we're looking at these announcements, is clearly fucking true. They're garbage, bro. They're garbage.
Well,
like,
yeah.
The fact that they even did this, everybody in that damn headquarters deserve a rock bottom. Every last one of them.
Shit, speaking about rock bottom, you know what? I thought about saying that, that deal the Rock said today. Yeah, I don't know if you heard his speech, but it was pretty powerful. I advise you to check it out. So, okay, what about you, Nick?
First of all, you fucked up when The Rock says something, because you usually don't say shit about things like this. But
yeah, you don't.
But now he out there being like, all right, even I had enough. Anyway, I'm very confused about why it's called fog. I mean, could they not say cloud service? I mean, are they not allowed to say that?
They don't got enough money to say that, apparently.
Like, is Sega like is that phrase like copyrighted or some shit? And Sega invented some other form of it to try to knock off form of it to try to save money? Like, I don't get what it means by fog. So, and unfortunately, it's only as far as I know, it's only a Japan only service. And the only thing we're getting over here is those what are they? Game Gear Micros? Game Gear, what do you call these fucking things?
Yeah.
Game Gear Minis.
I want to take
Tamagotchi.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next. We're gonna talk about that next.
Right? Because they're like these small, tiny little things. I'm like, what are you trying to do? And like, what is it? Only like one game?
It's 4 games. There's 4 colors.
games.
4 games per color for $50.
4 games, but 4 different colors, but 4 different games. What the fuck are you doing? Sega, just why not just re-release release the fucking Game Gear, but with like better, like a chargeable battery life and games built in. I think that's what would have been better, but I don't fucking know. Man, Sega, I'm trying to root for you here, but you're making it fucking hard.
I know, man. All right.
Just get bought and go away.
It's not gonna happen, Chris. It's not gonna happen.
Man, Sega, I'm trying to be your friend, but man,
it's not gonna happen. Well, what about you, Jalen?
Yeah, I'm there. I ain't really got no opinion of this, but to say that Sega done fucked up.
AKA translated is he's saying they some trash ass motherfuckers.
Yeah,
He's lost of words.
Yeah, I know. All right, what about you, Hamazu?
Sega done fucked up.
Man, it's very disappointing, man. Thought it was gonna be something special, and here we getting Tamagotchis, man.
could have brought back a dead franchise.
Yeah, something.
Announced a partnership,
or like Nick said, like a updated Game Gear, a little bit bigger with more games on it.
Right.
We got
kind of like the Sega Mini, but like with Game Gear and then Game Gear size.
Yeah.
But this time with a chargeable lithium battery, like most handheld devices. So you have to buy like 6 fucking batteries that last 2 hours.
Mm-hmm. See,
shit look like them little, what you call it, them little things you get out of the little 25-cent. The little 25-cent machine.
Yeah, I know.
Build quality, man.
The size of the VMUs from the Dreamcast controller.
Yeah. No, those look better than that.
You know what those look like, man? Those look like the mini game that you get from a Happy Meal.
Dang,
right?
Dang. Okay, let me break this down. Okay, so the black model, if you get the Sega the black model Game Gear, it comes with Sonic the Hedgehog, Puyo Puyo 2, Outrun, and Royal Stone. Okay, the blue model, Sonic Chaos, Gunstar Heroes, was it Sullivan Tail, Boku Animal? I don't know what that is. The yellow comes with Shining Force, was it Gaiden? I can't pronounce that Japanese shit.
Sounds like you're only getting like one good game per device.
So you get 3 Shining Force games and some other game I cannot pronounce. The red one, Revelations, Demon Slayer, Mega Tensei, Gaiden, The Last Bible Special. What the hell? Some Shinobi game in columns. That's the red one. So basically, if you buy all 4 of them, you're going to get that big window just to look. You get the big window. I still can't. You probably can't even see it. So what? Okay, if you decide if you wanted to play the Shining Force one, the Game Gear had the RPGs, how can you look at the text because it's so tiny? So $50 for 4 games. That's who is okaying this shit in the boardroom? So. If you just look at how successful the Switch is, like why I'm not saying come out with a Switch type of Game Gear, even though we did talked about that last week.
Fuck it, come out with that.
Okay, we did talk about like come out with a Switch type of a Sega to maybe compete with the Game Gear. No, I'm sorry, with the Switch. But if I don't know, man, it's I'm kind of lost for words on this one too. But okay. If they would at least make this half the size of a Game Gear to make it legible so we can actually play it, I still and plus add all 16 games to it for $50, then I think that would have been a really good sale. But 4 games, and they making you buy all 4 as a bundle just to get the magnifying glass. That's a cash cow. That's one of the worst practices I ever seen. Like who is going to buy this shit? Like
You know you're gonna have all them shits. I don't know why.
I'm thinking the same thing. Yeah, you real.
I like if I can't play it, if I don't know, man. Some people they're gonna buy it just to collect it. That's the only way. That's the only way I'll buy it, just to collect it. But I don't know. It's just looking at it. I don't even think it's worth it. Like look at the
Your ass
second
gonna have every color while
okay.
you up here bullshit.
Look at the second. Fuck you. Look at the Sega Genesis Mini. It comes with 40 games. You get. Of course, it's the same thing. You get the regular size controller. It's just the only thing that's mini is a Genesis that come with 40 games, and it gives you a really good selection. And I think the price of that was like $80. So I think it was the price was justified.
I think you can put cartridges in it too.
No, you can't put cartridges on. You can, but the flashback, Sega flashback, you can. That was the one from the It games. Was it It? What's the name of that place? Is it It? Is it IT?
The super botched version that they try to come out with.
What's the name of that company? I forgot the name of that company that be producing those shitty quality flashback consoles. Was it IT Gaming? Was it IT? I forgot.
Not IT.
What is it?
Hold on.
I can't. I forgot the name of it.
Me too.
What the comments say?
I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to remember. What's it? At Games or something like that?
AT Games. At Games. At Games.
Yeah, they're out. See it right now.
So yeah, like I remember when At Games, was excited to do the mini system, and they was gonna do it, but with the outcry of the fans, they was telling Sega they don't want that shit. So after that, Sega got rid of them, and basically, Sega did it in house. And when they did it in house, everybody got excited. And from what I was told, I heard they did very well with the sales. We don't know the exact number, but I heard it sold really well, and was a well crafted console. I like it. But with this type of, if you think about it, all 4 of these games only had 16 total. Shit, $50.
It's just easier to call them trash as fuck, bro.
It is trash. I hate, as a Sega fan, it's trash, man. Like, okay, if it was like $15 or $20, then I'd be like, okay, that's fine. I still might complain. But $50, that is crazy, man. They got some good games on there, really good games on there. If you're a huge Shining Force fan,
You can't even see the damn game.
that's what I'm
so damn
saying.
small.
That's what I'm saying. You can't see it. That's the main reason.
They literally made them the size of a Joy-Con, bro. Like, what the fuck? What am I doing here with this, bro? Like, I can't.
Joy-Con's the screen.
Yeah, like I can't see this shit. Like they were like holding it, like literally sitting in the palm of a person's hand. I'm like, and some people were really in the comment section like, oh damn, I'm gonna get the blue one. I'm like, oh damn, y'all motherfuckers retarded because this is stupid. I'm like, we like these games are on other shit, bro. Like if you really wanted to just put these games somewhere, just put them on the Switch, bro. Like what the fuck? Like what are we doing with this? I just want to get the idea. I want to go to the idea guy and was like, damn, bro, you could have done anything in the world, and you came up with this. This was just like this wasn't even like a damn, like, let's do something nostalgic. This was like a damn, let's rip people off and give them a fuck you. Like, I don't get it.
Basically. I don't know who they are trying to appeal to that. I'm not sure, like, I wonder how the Japanese fan base feels about this. Because it's 2 different cultures. We don't, we're all different. But I wonder how they feel about this. But as far as us in the Western side of the world, this is pathetic, man. Like,
It's too small for their hands.
Probably so. But, like, with Sega, man, like, yes, Genesis was that heyday. I love the Genesis. I still think the Genesis is better than Super Nintendo. That's just my opinion. It's my opinion.
Wow, I ain't never seen a motherfucker so wrong before in my life.
My opinion, man. My opinion. I feel that they have more hardcore games than the Super Nintendo. The one thing that the Super Nintendo did have over the Genesis was more, JRPGs. But they do got their first share. But they locked up in Japan for some reason. I don't know why. But I don't know, man. It was just the Sega Genesis was, I don't know. If you look at the sales, even though yes, the Super Nintendo sold more overall, but the American sales, the Sega Genesis whooped the shit out of Nintendo here. But they had games that basically catered towards more of the Western side of the world, with their catalog that they had. But I ain't shitting on Nintendo. Super Nintendo has an awesome console. That's why I always said that generation is the best generation ever, because you got two consoles that has, two different types of games, and they all are great quality games. And I can always go back to both of those consoles because it was that damn good. So we can always have a debate on which one is good, which one is better and all that. That's a hard debate. That is a hard debate. But of course, you
should ask the chat which one is better between the Genesis and the Super Nintendo.
Look, man, everybody it's their own opinions. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the chat grew up more on the Nintendo side. So I'm just saying.
Right, because they right and you
on
wrong.
both sides.
I have both, so.
I have both too, but it's called being right and wrong. The fuck? That's just like when sometimes when you bullied a kid in elementary school, it don't make you an asshole, but it was still wrong. Like you shouldn't have did it. But at the end of the day, you still right and wrong. Like you like Genesis over the Super Nintendo, bro. I'm not saying that you a bad person. You just a wrong motherfucker, and you are the reason that we got this Game Gear Mini, bro. I blame people like you.
Oh, people like me? What the hell you talking about?
I blame people like you, because you was probably all on their damn Twitter talking about, make a Switch hybrid, make one like the Switch, and this is what they came up with.
Wait, what? That wasn't me on Twitter saying that bullshit.
Yeah, okay.
Why you lying? Get them receipts, Grits. Get the receipts. I didn't say nothing like that.
Motherfucker, I'll find them.
Oh, go find them then. I'll pay you
I know you
find
said some whole ass shit to Sega about this, and you the reason I can't get games. I want Jet Set Radio, and you getting games.
Actually, I can vouch for on this one because he just a couple hours ago got out of Twitter jail, and he was in Twitter jail when this announcement happened. So he could have.
He really was.
I was about to say that, Nick.
Didn't nobody ask y'all all that shit. I was making him take the blame.
I ain't taking no blame. Nick, he said it right before me, dude. I just came out of Twitter jail. Just because I called Lil Wayne, what was that statement I said last week?
A coon.
A butter biscuit chasing ass, was a butter biscuit chasing ass Negro, something like that. Yeah, and they banned me for a week, man. But people all over Twitter saying the N-word and all this crap and just ruthless stuff, man.
That's wild because I would never use it.
But they get to stay in Twitter, so that tells you that tells you somebody is racist running Twitter.
Yeah, I mean to be fair though, you are very abrasive online when you talk to people. I've seen you, so
what are you talking about?
I'm pretty sure you've been reported by a fair amount of people, because I've seen you online talking hot shit, so I know that you be saying a bunch of shit you probably could be nicer about. But it's cool.
Hey, just because I be a little bit more political on Twitter does not mean I'm talking hate speech. That's not hate
Calling
speech.
Somebody
it's
a
the
butter
truth.
biscuit ass nigga is not political.
I didn't
at all.
say nigga. Really I said Negro. Negro means black.
Okay, bro. But we know you meant nigga.
No. You don't ban nobody because they be like, okay, you must have meant that. But no, man. If you want to, don't let me pull up the Webster's dictionary. It means black, Latin and black.
Shit, here we go.
Yeah, here we
go. The way how you phrased it, brother. It's the way how you phrased it.
Yeah, you call him a butter, like, first of all, you call him a butter biscuit Negro, bro.
Okay, maybe he likes
you
butter
should have been
biscuits.
slick. You should have been slick with it, man. You should have posted what's that, Red Lobster biscuit on his page.
Oh, that cheddar biscuit.
Yeah,
boy.
I would have got the point across.
Boy, that Lil Wayne, boy. He love them butter biscuits, boy. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God. I know you were Southern.
I saw that message you did on Facebook. You said you taking Lil Wayne out your top 10 or 5 or something like that.
Oh hell yeah! After he said that, yeah, Wayne out of my top 10, bro. I can't fuck with him no more.
But the deal with that is, he said some bullshit years ago. I don't know if you was worried about that.
And then I'll be listening to some of his songs. He be having Genesis lines, Sega Genesis lines and his shit too. Can't fuck with him. Can't fuck with him. Nope, he trash.
Shut your ass up. So is that everybody on this Sega Game Gear Mini topic? This bullshit, this crap that Sega presented. Okay.
People crying about politics in the chat. You're going further.
What happened?
People crying about us. They saying we're talking
He
about
said,
politics.
going left, bring it back.
Oh Lord, politics. I ain't even talking about no
Save
politics.
it for Sunday.
We're talking about
Anyway,
biscuits, man.
well, fuck it. Hell, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. Shit, it's my channel.
Right.
Oh, man.
Anyway, let's get back to
Go
games.
ahead.
Anyway,
Oh, man.
so PlayStation, like the next subject ties into politics. If you think about it, PlayStation 5 reveal has been delayed. Guess what? Because of politics. Like,
Subscribe.
I like that. I like that segue. I like how you made that up right there.
So, yeah, man, like it sucked. A lot of us been wanting to see the reveal of the PS5, and I guess with all this the chaos that's going on in the world, and it's like I can't run from politics. The people that's in the chat, we can't run from it because everything that's going on in this world, it it ties together. With video games, like certain things can't get released because of this going on, that going on. Like it's just too much, man. It's too much. Like we know we got an issue going on. It's an issue that's been going on for a very long time, and we that's why we choosing to fight the racism. It is what it is. So of course, Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and even Sega, they came out. I think Capcom made a statement too. They all came out and they basically condemning racism, and a lot of them, they talking about they're gonna stand together with the black community. They're gonna give more opportunities, towards them and all that. They basically just saying fight racism bullshit.
Sony said no PS5 for y'all until you stop being racist.
You're right. You're right. But okay, so with this going on, it got me thinking. Do y'all think the PS5 and the Xbox Series X is going to get delayed because of all this going on with the COVID-19, and you got these protests? All 50 states is protesting, and 18 different countries is protesting. This is the biggest civil rights protest in history, man. So we made history on that. I think that's a good thing because hopefully it's taking us to the right direction. But do y'all think this is really going to affect the launch releases of the next generation? What do you think, G-Rod?
No. I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100 because I know everybody be saying it, but the right thing for them to do, they did the right thing. Give everybody the time to talk. Kind of I expect shit to kind of be back to normal next week and everybody be back to business. So they did the right thing. I'm not gonna lie. As a black man, it was right. But as a pony, I was like, motherfucker. Because I was like, I was hurt, bro. Because, Sony ain't been saying shit, bro. So I'm like, hell yeah, we finally about to see what's up. And then they was like, once I seen like that blue ass background, I was like, these motherfuckers just delayed the event. And then like I read it and they delayed it. But I don't think it's gonna mess up nothing. I think they're gonna have really everything is gonna kind of just, they'll have their shortages, but they'll have like really like a controlled amount that they're gonna put out. I think like everything is pretty much as far as it's gonna go. I do think for the first year or going into 2021, we're not gonna have a lot of games. So, yep, like Microsoft got the backwards compatible thing down pat because them shits is gonna be on short supply until about 2022. So it just is what it is. I think it'll come out. I just think that if you don't pre-order or you don't know nobody and you can't get one off a truck or some shit, your ass better pre-order. Because if you don't, then you ain't get one. And then it just kind of is what it is too. Like the delay was, I get it, but then I also understand why people was disappointed too, because it's like, fuck, we had something to look forward to, especially because, man, like, I fuck with Sony, but the silence has been kind of killing me too a little bit. I'm like, okay, do it at your own tempo. But I'm kind of looking at the clock. I'm like, damn, it is June in this bitch though. Like, nigga kind of would like to know one game. Like, damn, we ain't even seen Call of Duty, bro. Like, damn, something.
That is true.
But I think they're gonna be straight eventually.
Okay, what about you, Nick?
Well, we keep liking to think that eventually it will come out on time, but the way things are going, everything's getting worse as the months go on, man. We don't even get a chance to breathe over here without some other shit going on. First, course, there's the coronavirus and there's the protests and the riots and all that shit. It's like, hey, could y'all fucking stop now so we can get these video games? Because, like, I feel at this point these companies are like, you ain't getting shit till you straighten your shit out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, it does kind of suck that they're delaying it because I do want to see what kind of games they got going on for PS5. And honestly, I like, even though I don't quite understand how like this is stopping everything, it is what it is. And it's like if they feel the need to like make a social stance about it, then good for them. You know,
I don't
maybe
think it's a stop for it though. I think it's just more of a. It's more of a bro, like it's never been this big. So I think more companies are just kind of like, yo, like they just recognize, all right. But I mean, it's for optics, bro. Like if we gonna be 100%, like companies don't really give a fuck, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you're not throwing any money, I mean, even if you're throwing money, it don't mean you really give a fuck. It's a tax write off to you anyway. So
like, yeah, that is another thing. Like I consider it's like, you know, a lot of people came out with these statements, but like, are they genuine or are they just trying to like, what are they doing? You know, there's so many different things to consider. I just don't know.
And Nintendo was late as hell, though, bro. EA said something before Nintendo, and they gave up bread. I was like, damn, EA beat Nintendo? Like, what kind of year is this?
Well, EA trying to unlock the end racism DLC, so.
Oh, wow. That's fucked up.
Damn.
I don't know.
Damn.
Maybe it'll work. I don't know. That's some DLC I can get behind. I'm just saying.
We got to pay microtransactions to end racism, man. Is that what it's all about?
There you go, baby.
I mean, have we tried that?
Racism, is it cosmetics?
I don't know. Just
Close the door, baby.
Damn.
Zinga.
Yeah, like honestly, let's be real. I think Sony, Nintendo, and Sega and Capcom, I think they all got pressured into do it. But one company I can respect is Microsoft. They was yes, Chris.
They love their black.
Come on, man! Don't break that up, man. Don't break it up.
They literally got niggers at Xbox, bro. I don't even want to hear it, bro.
They do love their black.
That's not a good thing. Like they really, and they've been doing it for years, and like people keep calling, and they're still doing it. They don't change it.
Yeah, but Microsoft, at least they've been active these past few years. I noticed that about them. They always been active about social, awareness of what's been going on, in I guess the unprivileged community. So I've been seeing that from them for a while. And with all this that's going on, they've been even more vocal about it.
I'm just saying they need to work on their titles.
Yeah, that's
like when they title these. When they title these diversity programs, come up with better names.
Yeah, that did seem kind of plantationist type of stuff. That was pretty racist, though. I don't think they was trying to be racist, but that's.
I know they weren't, but like it's like, come on, man. It's like we're in like a new century, man. You gotta be like super fucking careful what you say these days.
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about Microsoft being political and shit. They recognize the climate. If they got some little kids in a sweatshop building an Xbox, they don't really recognize shit real. I don't want to hear that, bro. I'm pretty sure they're using some cheap ass. I'm pretty sure they're using some.
In that case, don't wear Nikes then. You want to bring a sweatshop? Don't wear Nikes or Jordans because that's who makes them. The kids in the sweatshop.
I'm not. But you don't hear me saying stop making them. No, I keep buying them, motherfuckers. I'm
not throwing that excuse like people doing that. Remember though, you know what? I'm about to go back to the Colin Kaepernick, so let me keep it gaming. But yeah, you know exactly what I'm saying.
Hey, them Colin Kaepernicks are clean though, boy.
What happened?
I'm calling Kaepernick Nikes.
Oh yeah, them things sold.
I didn't buy them.
Oh, you ain't gonna find them, man. You ain't gonna find them. Them things limited edition, man. You could be spending thousands of dollars just to get them.
I ain't spending on no damn.
Yep.
No, it ain't that crucial, man. Did somebody leave? Is that Chris?
Did somebody leave?
Yep, Chris left.
Oh man.
How many times did he drop that last week? I know it was two guys that keep dropping out. Was it you, Amazon? Somebody kept dropping out.
Yeah, that was when we was having our.
You probably got hungry in the ass already. I don't know.
Oh, that's when Triforce Johnson went here when he was having that 4 hour fuckboy podcast, huh?
Yeah, I'm in this Discord. It's pretty good.
I'm not, man. I know, man. I know. I've been having bad luck with Discord. I'm gonna have to uninstall and reinstall and see if I can get some luck because I did everything on paper that y'all asked me to do. I showed y'all what I was doing and still nothing. I don't understand. But the farthest I got that I could hear y'all, but y'all couldn't hear me, even though I set it up, set my mic up for y'all to hear me. So it was pretty strange. That's why we still using the Google Hangout. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So
Old man struggles with technology.
I mean, I think they
Pretty
will
much, sis.
come out on time. They just haven't announced their release dates yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, who you calling old, Neil? We the same age. What the hell you talking about? We the same age.
Old man struggles with technology. What the fuck?
Who you calling old? Hell, Nick, he the oldest.
When you try to, I think they have.
And yet,
Google
I don't
Meet
have any
now.
trouble getting any of this shit to run.
So, Jaden, what's up? What's your intake about it?
Man, I forget probably what the hell we was talking about.
Damn.
PS5 reveal delay.
Yeah, the
Oh,
reveal delay.
well, okay.
Maybe with all this that's going on, maybe the other console can be delayed too to 2021. So, what do you think?
Exactly, I ain't got no real opinion about this, but I think it was a good idea for Sony to delay this event about what the chaos is going on. Because think about it, they didn't want to do they literally don't want they literally do not want to reveal the PS5 right at this moment when this whole shenanigans thing that's going on across the world, because that will make them look bad.
Just wasn't the right time. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, because that will make them look bad on that part.
What's so funny?
It's so funny.
When Nia wrote in the chat, she said, "Did Jalen fall asleep?" That's exactly what he did. That boy got a bag of Doritos over there chilling.
Man, if I had a bag of Doritos, y'all would have heard me munching on the motherfuckers.
Man, y'all don't know why you never, dude. There's a button that's telling you to hit that silence button, man. Mute yourself. We go through this every week, man. Every week.
Man, I don't got no bag of Doritos. I was just joking around.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, we messing with you, brother.
I understand. Like, it wasn't the right time. Like, like I say, I hadn't gamed as much this week or last week because of all this chaos, man. Like, the way this country's going through, cities burning down, protests everywhere, a bunch of Confederate statues getting taken down, Confederate flags getting taken down because, protesters and looters, they trashing it. Matter of fact, the protest, I forgot what city it was at, but they actually took it down themselves, one of them. I forgot what city it was. But they took all 4 of their Confederate statues down overnight. And nobody knew about it.
That thing earlier.
Yeah. What city was that?
Let me check. You posted it in the Discord.
Yeah, so with all this that's going on, I guess it just wasn't the right time in the moment to do this because it's too much going on, man. Like, even though PS5 and Xbox One, Xbox Series X is a big deal, it's a big event. Even though if the Lockhart get announced, I still think
I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay. I still think that with the events that's happening, it's way more important than video games. Like this right here is the modern day civil rights movement that's way bigger than the civil rights, back in the 1960s. This is worldwide. I never seen this before in my life, and what we witnessing right now is history. And like I say, it's a good thing, it's another good thing that a lot of people exposing themselves all over social media, they losing their jobs, they getting fired everywhere for these people showing their true colors. Even Drew Brees, I have so much respect for this guy. I love this guy. Class act guy, always give back to the community. He even gave back, of course, to New Orleans. We know New Orleans is a predominantly black town. He uses privilege. He uses money to help build a lot of, I guess you could say recreation centers. He's a good person. But why did you say that? Oh my God. Okay, I don't want to get too deep in that. I'm about to go political, people. I'm about to go political, but that was done what he said.
Not yet, real. Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet. I'm trying to leave that alone. But yeah, man, it sucks, man. It sucks. We all gamers here. We want to stay occupied because video games is our hobbies, and we could be out there protesting and looting and all that bullshit.
Nah,
you know what? We're gonna just stick to our hobby, and video games has always been our hobby. So that's why I'm not tripping.
Don't be a follower.
Yeah, that's
Don't
why
be
I'm
a
not tripping, staying inside the house, and enjoying playing video games like I usually do. Same with y'all.
I'm not trying to be a follower. I just wanted a new iPad. Jeez.
Yeah. You know what's so dumb about that? Why steal stuff that has a tracking device? That's just so dumb.
Oh yeah, especially Apple devices, man. They're finding that shit.
It's so dumb, man.
They're actually like finding all the stolen iPhones and going and getting them.
I know. People were stealing. I forgot what dealership they went to. They were stealing cars, dude. They were stealing cars. New cars have freaking they got GPSs on there. Why would you do that, you idiot?
How'd they get the keys? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
They'll find a way. A criminal will find a way. They will find a way.
I mean, you had to hotwire that shit, especially now. Cars got like a push to start button too. So
yeah, it's all computerized, but they will find a way.
You still like the little key thing with you for that to work.
I don't know how they did it, but these people they are showing out, man. Like, times like this, man, like this gives criminals a reason to go, vandalize stuff and steal stuff, and they see this as an opportunity to go act bad and not get caught, because it's kind of hard trying to catch millions of people that's looting shit. How can you find 1 million cops to go arrest all 1 million of these people that's doing this shit? It's hard. It's hard.
Well, there's one thing I did see is a lot of these protesters, when they saw looters, they jumped the looters and pulled them out and threw their asses out.
Oh, really?
So they were like not having it either. If they saw somebody like vandalizing or looting, they'd actually go after them and like beat their ass or shove them to the cops or some shit.
Yeah, you're right about that.
They weren't having it this time. Like, no, fuck you. You ain't doing it this time. Get the fuck back of the line. Get out of here.
Yeah, she said most of the looters are opportunists. A lot of them ain't black.
Yeah, they weren't falling for this time. They threw their asses out.
Yeah, I saw that, man. Like, it just sucks that when you look at the news, the mainstream media, they always put black men faces on the front cover when they talk about looters. But if you go on social media, most of them was white. Like, that ought to tell you about the type of media that always covers black people all these years and lie on black people on how, damn it, I want to talk about it, but we talking about gaming. I know.
It's hard not to.
It's hard not to talk about this bullshit that's
Out of
going on.
respect for the gamers, man. Let's try to go. Okay, let's try to go somewhere else. What was he talking about? The PS5 event? Because that's everybody on this matter.
No, I don't think I got my take on it.
Go ahead.
Well, pretty much, I don't know. It's a theory of mine. I think they're taking advantage of this protest because they're probably not ready still.
Yeah.
And I guess they want to build up more hype for it. That's just a theory of mine.
It makes him look like the ultimate good guy. Now that when they do say, "Oh, look, remember when these guys stood up for the protester?" Well, now we really want to hear what they have to say because they're nice guys.
Like Chris said, his internet went down. Piece of shit.
Oh man, you work for Comcast, brother.
I know. What the fuck?
What's going on, man? You get that Verizon, boy.
No, I thought he didn't have that job anymore. He got like another one. He doesn't work there no more.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he works at like a bank or some shit now.
Moving on.
I know he don't work for Comcast anymore. He said he left.
Get him the deuces. But that's, I don't know. I don't really have too much to say on it because I'm probably not going to get one. My brother's probably going to get one. If they have some games I really want to play, I'll just borrow his. But other than that, I don't really care.
And we lost Jalen too. What the fuck's going on?
Oh, wow.
Damn. They got talking about Dreamcast internet.
Oh, works for a mortgage company. Okay, there we go.
So I guess ain't really much to talk about. What y'all think about the Nintendo, the sales? Like, I think they're around 55 or 56 million, something like that. That's pretty damn good in a 3-year span. So March, April, May, June, but almost July.
Good for them,
June,
but I ain't getting all that money, so who the fuck cares?
Yeah. So 3 years and 3 months, 55. So basically, in another 3 years, they're gonna be way past 100 million. So that's pretty cool.
I mean, it is impressive, but at the same time, I'm like, people forget they merged two markets,
Mm-hmm.
so of course it's going to sell real good. Not discrediting what it is, because I love my Switch, but you got certain people bragging about numbers, and it's just like, okay, yeah, I really don't care.
He said, Nintendo don't pay my bills.
I'm just enjoying
Yeah, I
the
mean,
What we're talking about now?
they are. I got, like
Switch
I
sales.
always telling
Oh.
people, man, to get them stocks, man. They paying my bills, man.
There's people still
That's
there's people still out here mad, way more bad about the Switch shows than what's currently going on right now, or some shit.
It's funny though to watch all the people who wanted the Switch to fail just like suffer because like
that's funny.
It's
Too.
actually
I
funny
agree.
shit.
Yeah, it is fun.
I agree.
Man, I don't pay attention to them people.
They had like this whole plan for the next like 5 years. Like, we're gonna trash the Switch because we don't think it's gonna fail. We're gonna make fun of all the Nintendo fanboys. We're gonna laugh at them, and then it's like, yeah,
Yeah, I keep telling the people like Nintendo's not going nowhere. They got their own market, man. They're not going nowhere.
Oh yeah.
I like
and
their
then, like,
exclusive.
they con their audiences and buy them a Switch and try to act like they don't want one, but they weren't gonna buy one, so they had their viewers buy it for them.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm
Smart
real,
of them to con them into it, but
that's why I'm really furious at Sega, because with Nintendo basically the only market that has the hybrid system, I believe Sega can actually compete with that because of their IPs, man. Especially if they bring all their old IPs. I'm just beating the dead horse talking about this stuff. Yes, yes.
I really think that Sega won't hang with Nintendo with their handheld market. Like, come on, let's be real.
and like even if the sorry, go ahead.
No, you good.
Even though Sega got the IP, even though Sega does got IPs, but Nintendo IPs are way more stronger than Sega's.
I wouldn't say that. Maybe more.
Like noticeable and recognizable than Sega's IPs.
Well, if you're talking about the Genesis versus Super Nintendo era, that's very recognizable. We came from that. I'm not sure how old you, but we came from the Genesis versus Nintendo. I remember what they had, so I can't say that's not recognizable because you can go on a lot of YouTube bunch of YouTubers that's in their 30s and up 40s. They love the Genesis. Go to Sega Lord X, of course. He's a Sega channel, and he basically, matter of fact, he got me onto some older Sega Genesis games in which I never knew about. They had a lot of back catalog, a lot of games. Was it Metal Jesus Rocks? He loves the Dreamcast, and like he's a huge Sega fan. So I just think that the mistakes that Sega
I'm not
did,
saying. Oh, sorry.
No, all I'm saying that, like, just because the Genesis, I mean, the Saturn and the Dreamcast failed, does not mean they had really great games. And I feel that the Saturn and the
I'm not saying that. Of course they did.
Had great games because they had really great quality games. It's just how Sega, what they did to destroy their image in the console market, and that's what happened. They destroyed their image, and they forced themselves to go third party. That's why I believe that with their back catalog, I really believe that I'm not saying they can basically sell toe-to-toe with Nintendo or sell past them. I still think that with their nostalgic behind them, I really think they can come in this console market and compete. I'm not saying conquer. I'm saying compete. Let's say they come out with a Genesis, whatever, a Switch, whatever, to compete with the Nintendo Switch. Let's say the Switch overall sells 100 million. With the old IPs that Sega has, I still think with the market that if you look at all their older games, I still think they could sell probably between 40 and 50 million, just based on their older IPs. Yeah. That's just what I'm coming from. It's just the stupid decisions that Sega is doing, like this mini Game Gear, this fog shit that's going on. This is what's drawing people back from Sega because the stupid decisions that they've been making. Oh, go ahead, Jay. I'm just cutting.
I was gonna say like I was no, you good. I was agreeing with everything you said, but I was gonna say like Sega can compete with Nintendo. They can compete with Nintendo in whatever market they want to compete them in, but the one thing that they're missing is the fans' trust.
Okay,
I
yeah.
think like
Yeah.
another issue would be is if Sega were to come out with some kind of like Switch-like device, it would probably be around the same level of power of the Switch.
Yeah.
Now the problem with that is Sega. I mean, Sega can't afford to make all its games like first party again, and put it on this device like Nintendo, because like, if given the choice, like if people can buy the Sega games on a more powerful console, be it Xbox, PlayStation 4, or PC, like they're going to do that. Like so far, the only place you can get like the Nintendo first party games is on a Nintendo system, the Switch.
Right.
So it has a lot of first party categories that they're bringing back. There's more they could bring back, but they're not. But they have it there, so they can still have that first party lineup that's only going to be exclusively on their system. You can't buy these games on like Steam or Xbox or PS4. You can't do it. So like I think that's why Nintendo would still be over Sega on that thing. Sega is like you can get it on just about anything.
Yeah.
And it would be death for them. It would be complete death for them if they try to pull all that back and put it on one system.
Yeah.
Because much like the Switch, it's probably not going to be powerful enough to hold a lot of the other third-party games, and they're going to have the same problem as the Switch as far as third-party and power goes, but not the strength of the first-party lineup to keep it like alive.
Mm-hmm. They're better off.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned now. That's why I mentioned last week that if they really think about trying to come back into the console market, they're gonna have to get their feet wet in this coming up generation. When I say get their feet wet, I'm not talking about releasing the console. I'm talking about releasing a lot of their older IPs and release really good quality IPs. And if it sells well, then maybe they could think about maybe trying to get a console for the next generation after that. So this is why I was like, okay, they are doing a lot of things good, releasing good quality games, but like they're gonna have to rely more than just on Yakuza, Sonic, and Persona. Like, first of all, they gotta up the quality on Sonic because Sonic has been trash for a very long time. But that's the 3D ones. The 3D ones. That's like their mascot. That's their main franchise, and they need to clean that up ASAP if they talking about getting the fans' trust back. Like I say, JRPGs. The RPGs game is very popular. Everybody's playing these JRPGs. Right. Let's look at the fact that Persona 5 sold over 2 million, and a game like that don't even sell 1 million. And I was surprised it sold that much. And if you think about their older IPs, that is an RPG like the Phantasy Star series. Phantasy Star Online 2 was very popular in Japan, and they finally brought it out to the States. Mm-hmm. So if they bring out Phantasy Star 3 online exclusively to the next Sega console, that will right there will generate hype alone. And that's going to gravitate towards that Japanese audience because Japanese, they love those type of those online games. There's what you call them, MMO RPGs or something like that. They love that type of stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like, they have the IPs, man. They still got the Sonic Racing. The Sonic Racing. I still think Sonic Racing Transform was better than Mario Kart Wii, if you ask me. Not better than Mario Kart, the one that's on the Switch, but the Mario Kart Wii, I didn't too much care about that. But Sonic, was it All-Star? What's the name of that game? Sonic and was it Sonic All-Star Racer or Sonic?
Yeah, All-Star Racer.
But I'm talking about the Transform. That was a really good Sonic race. That was really good. That can really compete with Mario. So if they can get their kart racings right, get their mascot right with Sonic, of course, get their release their RPGs, like with Phantasy Star, Shining Force, Persona.
Let's get a Vector Man.
Vector Man.
Right.
They own the rights to the Shimigami Tensei series. Like they have the stuff. It's just what they're gonna do with it.
They are making a Shimigami Tensei, whatever.
I was going. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Jason.
I was gonna say I think Sega does have the potential to make a really good Sonic game, but they chose not to do it. They chose to be lazy with it because
the problem with the 3D Sonic games, and I'll tell you what it is like. All they got to do is be piss easy, is just make a 3D Sonic game where the Sonic thing is, you go from point A to point B, just
Yeah.
in 3D. But every time they make a game like that, the closest game you have like to that would be Sonic Colors.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a good
But
game.
every other game, they add some kind of extra gimmick that, like, why is it in here?
What was
Like
this?
Sonic Adventure, you had that, right?
Yeah.
But then they add treasure hunting and fishing.
Mhm.
Then you have Sonic Unleashed, where you get the really cool levels where you run through Sonic, and then it turns into a beat 'em up. It's like Sonic 06. Then you do the like, stop it. Everybody likes
Sonic
the
Heroes.
Sonic Heroes was
What was
Sonic,
this?
Sonic Heroes was the other closer one.
What Sonic game was that where it kind of reminded me of Mario Galaxy?
Oh, Sonic. Damn, I forgot. It was on the
talking
Wii
about
U.
the
right?
one that was on the Wii U.
Sonic
You're talking
Lost
about that one.
Worlds. Sonic Lost Worlds.
Was
okay.
that any good?
It's alright.
It was alright.
It's
Mediocre,
decent, but, like,
mediocre.
It's still like the same problem. Instead of going from like point A to point B, there's like all this other shit. It's just like, man, just look, have Sonic go from A, beginning of the stage to end, 3D, add the shit, add the boost, add the coin, add the ring collection, all that, but don't turn to a fucking werewolf in the next level.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like,
man.
And another thing, like switch it up a little bit. Like besides having Green Hill Zone be the first level in every Sonic game, like
oh my god,
switch
stop it with Green Hill Zone 2,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Every fucking game
I don't know.
now.
It's popular. My son loves Green Hill Zone. He loves it.
like it
It's
too,
just
but it
something
don't
about
need
it.
I like it too. Like don't get me wrong, I like it too, but they doing it like pretty much every
It's
Sonic game that
nostalgia.
they
Yeah.
make.
That's why it's
Sonic game
nostalgia.
now starts with fucking Green Hill Zone. It's like, don't matter if it's a sequel or not. It's like, stop. Not enough.
Well, like, you know, like, man, as a longtime Sega fan, it's just so frustrating for them to do these questions. Look, dude, they have deep IPs just like Nintendo, man, but they're not doing nothing about it. Like, just okay.
They might be in the behind the scenes, man.
I
You never
hope
know.
so, man. Just like,
I
okay,
hope so, too.
did anybody play Sega Bass Fishing on Dreamcast? I thought I loved it.
Yeah,
it was fun.
good.
Just think about if they had like a Switch type of console and they used their type of Joy-Con to you know, for to fish. That would be awesome. That would be a really cool
I
game.
It would be.
You could buy a it was a fishing reel controller for the Dreamcast.
Yeah, they got so
I had
many
that
cool
too.
games, man. Like it's just so I don't know, man. I like that Sega's doing good financially, but shit, man, you've been trashing on your long-time fans for a long time. If you're not gonna come back in the console market, come on, give us the damn IPs, man. Where is?
I know there's definitely where's my Skies of Arcadia?
That's what I was about
Oh,
to say.
man.
That's exactly
Or
what
how
I was
about
to
at
say.
least like remaster that shit for Steam or something, man? I'll buy it.
Can we get another Power Stone?
You gotta ask
Right.
Power
Capcom.
Stone, bring that. Well, Power Stone is Capcom though, so you gotta play
Yeah.
Capcom for that
You
one.
know what I want from
That's true,
Sega? Yeah, you know what I want from Sega? Like I literally want them to do like a Mario and Sonic type of RPG game. Like that's what I want.
Cool.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool. I'd play that.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, like stop with these fucking Olympus games, man, because those will get to stale.
The reason why,
Like-
the reason why, because they think that they're gonna get the same sales that they got on the Wii. 'Cause remember when that came out on the Wii, that shit was selling like crazy, dude. Like tens of millions of copies sold.
Yeah, my children
Yeah.
was trying that out.
Yeah, I played it. It was fun at first, then it got pretty stale.
Yeah.
Then the Winter came out. Then the Winter Olympics came out. Like I liked it. Then it got stale. Then they made a Wii U version. I'm like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, nobody played the Wii U. And I don't think the newest one did very well neither on the Switch.
Yeah. And they made a game for. They literally made a game for the 3DS, not 3DS, 2DS. Like, why the hell would you make a exercise game for a 3DS? Like, how the hell that's gonna play out?
I don't know. I don't know. My son, he bought it for some reason. That's what he wanted. he plays it sometimes. I don't know why, but he plays it.
Yeah.
I guess as long as
Yeah.
he's enjoying it, that's all that matters.
Like if they make it like a Mario Sonic RPG game similar to the Mario Rabbids, that'd be so fucking cool.
Why don't? Yeah, like I think that'd be a cool idea to do like a Sonic RPG, kind of like how they did Mario on the Super Nintendo. Do something that'd be cool. Just do
Like
something.
have Mario and Sonic, like with both Mario and Sonic do an RPG to get like have them collab.
Do what
or
Nintendo
something
do with
like that.
Mario. Hell, do a bunch of Mario games. Mario Tennis, Sonic Tennis, Sonic Strikers, Sonic Football.
That would not, I don't know about that.
something, man. Like, that's your mascot. That's your selling point, man. Do something with your mascot. But not only just do something, make sure the quality is good, man. That has been the
Well, well, before they do all that, they need to make these 3D Sonic games like quality.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, before they do all
sucks,
that,
man.
they need to take some some lessons from Nintendo and how they treat their mascot and do the same thing with them. They just,
Like, yes, like I said, just make a basic Sonic game, point A to point B, and that's it.
Don't trying to push 5 Sonic games out in 3 years.
Don't add any other characters. I mean, I guess you can add Tails and shit if you want to. Maybe Knuckles, but leave it at that. Don't
original
give me no fucking.
You're right. Those are the original playable characters. That's that's it. I don't want nobody else. I forgot the name of those other characters, that big ass monster looking thing. Like, leave them out of it. Just keep it Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Just leave them alone.
Man, what about Shadow? Shadow getting no love around this motherfucker? Damn, he's better.
You can put Shadow.
Shadow, maybe Shadow, but leave Amy out of it. I'm done. I'm done. Just leave the three iconic characters: Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. Those are the three main games.
I remember when Sonic Adventures first came out on Dreamcast, man. I loved that game.
That's why I don't understand why they didn't keep the Sonic Adventures franchise going. I don't understand that.
Because like Sonic 06 was basically supposed to be Sonic Adventure 3, but they didn't market it as that, and they completely botched that game. So I think that kind of killed the series.
It definitely did.
I don't know. So let's get some questions out there in the chat, guys. Get some questions. Yeah, it's gonna be a little short podcast. There wasn't really much to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Real gamer, Sega that needs to give us F-Zero GX remaster or something new.
Sega had an amazing soccer game on the GameCube called Sega Soccer Slam. I don't think I played that one.
You gotta blame Nintendo for the lack of F-Zero, not Sega.
No, blame Miyamoto, because he really held in that franchise also.
Like, absolutely, I don't think they're gonna make it. They're gonna be able to make a game for that until after he dies.
Like, for real.
Unless he puts in his will, never make another F-Zero game.
Man, like, me will say he's making an F-Zero game just because it's automatically gonna be bad either way. Because that dude lost his touch in developing the game.
The reason why, like, I get, because he said it a couple years ago, he doesn't know what to do with the F-Zero series. It's like, just make an F-Zero game and put online functionality. There you go. I don't know why that's so fucking hard to understand.
Well, he need to give it to somebody that have more ideas than him.
If you can do it with Mario Kart, if you do it with Mario Kart, you can fucking do it with F-Zero. What's the problem?
Like, he literally said, he literally came out and said that he want to keep Star Fox and Pikmin alive. Well, if you want to keep that franchise alive, then give it to the younger generations that know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, do like how they did with Sonic Manias.
Like,
give it to some talented people to hook it up.
Yeah, it's a good thing he gave up the Zelda series a long time ago.
He said, when's the PS5 be released? That's a good question, because we don't know.
We don't know.
It's going to release in 2023.
Because, for instance, like these protests is still going strong for the how long has it been going on? About almost 2 weeks now. Like, it's not slowing down at all, man. So
the protests going on now. What happens when the next big fucking thing happens?
Yeah. I don't know. Because not only that these protests is going, like, there's a bunch of people getting shot and killed by the police during these protests. So it's just it's out of hand, man. So I don't know, like, as long as this stuff is going on, man, it's gonna keep delaying the console reveal.
Man, I got a strange feeling that this shit is really gonna be over on election day. Just watch, all of us, this shit is gonna magically disappear.
We'll see.
Right.
I honestly, I don't even talk about it. The whole
no.
I don't want to talk about either of these idiots, and I just know.
We're talking about it when the stream is off.
I remember Sega.
Absolutely no good choices.
Sega had a game like Zelda back in the day called Landstalkers on the Genesis. Why don't Sega go ahead and with Nintendo's IP like they used? Like I say, they do have. As a matter of fact, no, there was a Zelda. What's the name of that game? I forgot the name of that game.
Landstalkers.
No, not Landstalkers. It was another game identical to Zelda. I was looking at some YouTube video, And if you look at, let me see if I can find the name of that game. That game looks really awesome, man. Like it looked identical
I think I know what
to
you're
Zelda.
talking about. My brother would know the
Let
name.
me see. It was matter of fact, it was basically in Japan first. Then I think they released it as another name in Europe and the States. But now, if you're trying to find it in the States, if you can't find it because unless you want to pay $600-$700 on eBay, and unless you want to emulate it, it's whatever. Sega's Zelda clone. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Crusader of Senti. Crusader of Senti? I think that's the name of it. I was watching the Gaming Historian channel. Check that out, Crusader Senti. Like I was looking at that game the other day. Man, that game looks fucking awesome. If you are a big fan of Link's Awakening on the Super Nintendo, this game looks like it rivals that game. But you gotta look at his video and get more in depth about that game, because I believe when they finally released that to the States, they kind of released it when the Saturn was coming out. So it's like last minute thing. People was getting tired of the 2D. They wanted to go to the 3D. So, it's a lot of those games that was so good, but it did so bad because people was ready for 3D gaming.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like, if you had the Sega Saturn, and if you in love with 2D games, Saturn had a bunch of 2D games, a bunch of them, and they got some really good quality 2D games on a 32-bit console, and them 2D games basically it's basically an arcade at home. It's an arcade at home. That's basically what it is, and it ran a lot of those 2D games ran so crisp. Matter of fact, 2D gaming on the Saturn ran a lot better than the 2D games on the PlayStation, because the PlayStation was basically focused mainly on the 3Ds. But yeah, like I remember when A Star came out, not too many people cared about it because it was 2D. It was 2D. But if you want to play it now, the game visually is beautiful. Music is awesome, and I love the game. But hell, shit, if you're trying to find a stall, you be spending about over $100 on the eBay. It's that crazy. There's a bunch of 2D games on the Saturn. It's like this. Since 2D gaming is very popular right now, very popular, and if you want, my opinion on what old school console to get the best 2D games, I would probably say the Sega Saturn, man. Over the
wish
Genesis.
they would just re-release these damn things in like collections or some shit like that, man. Because like, there's a lot of games that came out for the Saturn and like you find them and they're trying to sell them for like $450.
Yeah, I know. It's
like, man, just make a fucking Sega Saturn collection at this point, man.
I don't know why they won't do it. They keep talking about it'll be hard to I guess to emulate it, whatever. I don't know, man.
No, it isn't, man. It's like the technology from back then is like old. They can put this shit on like tiny cartridges now or some shit. I don't know what. Make it a digital download. Nobody's saying it's got to be on physical. Like, do digital only. I don't know, but fuck.
I feel your pain too, man. I feel it.
I see. There's games for the Saturn I always wanted to play, and I still look for them to this day. But every time I find them, they're like the price of a fucking car payment or some shit like that. Like, I don't want it that bad.
I know. It is crazy, dude.
I'm just like, can I get me a compilation? Release it on any system. There's no excuse not to have it. You have Steam, PS4, Xbox, Switch. I don't know. And they keep teasing, like, you keep hearing rumors for years they're going to do it, and nothing yet. I'm like, man, just get out of here and do it.
He said, your arcades look cool. Appreciate that, Peach. Would love another game like Zelda made by Sega. I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell Sega is doing, man. I don't know, man. Matter of fact, since we technically next week supposed to be E3. Is it next week? Yeah, next week. It's supposed to be E3. It's normally the second week of June. So hopefully we'll get some. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some game announcements these next few weeks. Hopefully Sega will give us some announcements, man. Like, just give us something.
Oh, see, like CVO brings up kind of a good point. So the PlayStation versions of the X-Men versus Street Bombs like that. Like all the fighting games, man, they're on. You can get them on compilations now. You can get the fucking Street Fighter games. Like those came out for Saturn and Dreamcast and Genesis, and they're here on like other things. You can get them.
Oh
like,
yeah.
There's no fucking reason you can't put at least some of the 2D Saturn games on a collection. They're not
Come on,
not that demanding.
Yeah.
If you can put like fighting games on there, you can put Albert's Odyssey, which is
Saturn got plenty of games too.
My entire fucking life, I cannot find a copy of it. That's not like gonna cost me my left nut.
It's gonna cost you a vasectomy, huh?
To sell a kidney just to like buy a Saturn old ass Saturn game.
Yeah, like I guess around that time in the '90s, I was a huge fighting game fan. I love fighting games. I played all the Mortal Kombats, all the Street Fighters. What else did I play? I played Marvel vs. Capcom, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, X-Men Children of Atom. I love those games. And comparing the Saturn versus the PlayStation, that wasn't even no comparisons.
It really wasn't.
Comparing the Dreamcast, like Dreamcast fighting games ran better than the games on the PS2, the fighting games alone. That's just how great 2D fighting games on the Sega console was. Because
problem in the '90s, I was dead broke because I was a teenager, I had no job.
Well, then again, arcades is Sega's specialty, so that's why arcades on the Sega console was always better than everybody's console. So that's why I was so in love with their consoles, because they had great games, and I love fighting games.
Thank goodness for rental stores, though.
Yeah, Blockbuster, and what was the other one? Hollywood Video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. What the hell happened to Hollywood Video?
Man, Netflix and
yeah.
What's the other one? Yeah, they came out.
Redbox.
Game over.
Matter of fact, Redbox, they on their last leg themselves here because everybody's streaming. And, it's just buying stuff physically. It's just obsolete now.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Hey, I got a question. If y'all could have one old store to make a comeback, what would it be?
An old store.
Like video store or?
Like a video store. Like a store where you can rent video games and movies. Like, what would it be?
Oh,
of course, it'll be Blockbuster. That's
okay.
Yeah. I used to like going to Blockbuster because during these Genesis, Super Nintendo days, I used to interact with the employees, and they was very passionate about video games and movies. So it's kind of like that the GameStop experience. When you go inside, you talk to employees, you talk about video games, you get passionate about it, they get passionate about it. It's a conversation that you want with people, man. That's what's so great about these stores.
Anybody in GameStop about video games, man. Don't even try. I would rather have the video store. They do more.
Yeah. But like I say, like the way things are, like, a bunch of these retailers is going out of business because of streaming, because of people that basically want to get a thing shipped to them. Matter of fact, Amazon is dying of a need of people right now. They try to get my wife to go back with them because she did back in November. She did that. It was seasonal. What you call it? Where you use your own vehicle? I forgot what you call it.
Tell her if she gonna do that, go sign up for one of the DSPs.
Yeah.
So she don't have to tear her vehicle up.
Yeah, that's what happened. She tore her vehicle up and the motor went out. Yeah. So basically, when we did get that car we have now, she was supposed to be there to January 15th, but they basically laid her and the rest of the crew off like 3 weeks before. So that was she was pretty pissed, and we was pretty upset about that because she was already looking for another job around that time. But she, it was a surprise. Like, it caught us off guard. And now all of a sudden, a couple of weeks ago, now they talking about paying her over $30 an hour, talking about use your own vehicle, and plus it's permanent. And she was like, you know what, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, because y'all did me dirty because y'all might do that shit again. Even though the money sounds good, but technically, using your own vehicle, the trust ain't there no more. You turn up your own vehicle. That's why they paying so much, because you got the whole maintenance, the oil changes, the tune-ups, and like I said, we spent a lot of money getting that motor fixed, and it was a mess. It was a mess.
What kind of car?
It's a Mazda 6. It's a Mazda 6.
Oh, okay.
2000.
Surprised it got tore out.
Huh?
I'm surprised it went out.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. Because it was making some type of knocking sound. I couldn't even figure out what it was. I don't know what it was. So I had my mechanic to look at, see what was going on, because I'm like, something else might tell if we don't figure out what's going on, and all of a sudden, boom, that went out. Because we could have fixed the problem. If I would have took it to an actual shop, they probably would have fixed that problem before the motor went out. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. We got any more questions in the chat?
I don't see any questions.
Yeah, it's a little slow tonight.
Yeah.
Says Saturn stomped out PlayStation on fighters. I agree.
Yeah, it just sucks that PlayStation stomped the Saturn in sales.
Yeah.
And the 64.
Same thing with the Dreamcast, man. The Dreamcast was like the fighting game machine at the time.
Man.
It was like the closest you get, and in some cases better, arcade perfect fighting games, especially.
It was like a direct replica of the arcade.
Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast, man.
Man,
Soul Calibur, what was that? Soul Calibur 2?
You go to the arcade and it looked good, and then you saw the Dreamcast version, you're like, holy shit.
The same thing. That was Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Soul Calibur was my most favorite games on that Dreamcast. It was so fucking awesome, man. You're right. It's the exact replica, because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You play it at the arcades and you go home and play the same thing.
Like, I remember getting Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, man. I loved that.
Oh, man.
When I first got that game, I was like, at first I didn't really like it too much, but then, like, when I learned you can customize a lot of different shit, like, okay, this game got, like, a lot better. But now it's, like, weird, because when I play it again, I just go play it, like, the old school way, instead of doing all the customizations.
Yeah.
What's up, Hard Luck? He said he's going to get all four of the Game Gear Marcos. Ooh, good luck, buddy.
Yeah, he came in super late, bro.
The Sega fanboy in me wants to get it, but I'm just so upset with Sega, man. I'm just so mad.
Buy him for your background over there or some shit.
Buy for the background. I don't know, man, because I'm actually thinking.
You got like 4 different places you can put them. Like, just put them right in the middle of the arcade cabinets.
Oh Lord, I don't know, man. That's a tough buy for me, man. To be real with you.
Probably wait until they go on sale or something.
Man, he's gonna do it. I mean, this is news complaining about Last of Us 2 and still gonna buy it, so he's gonna buy the Sega.
Oh, so you'll keep giving me shit about the Last of Us 2, huh? Whatever, motherfucker.
You know it's true. It's damn true.
You're gonna buy those micro game gears.
Tommy got
new card going to drop October, huh? Sega actually had a new console. They're going to drop October.
Here's a question that like I wanted to talk about this. Like Golden asked,
hey, real gamer, do
maybe
you
the
think
Game Gear Mini is a swerve and Sega has an actual new console, or they're going to drop in October? Good question, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so neither, man. Sorry we missed your question.
I mean, we all hope that would be the case, but we don't think that's going to happen.
Or bring back some old IPs or something.
That's what most of us really want.
Yeah, I agree with you, Robert. I think Marvel vs. Capcom 2. My personal opinion, I think that's the best fighter ever. I swear to God, I was 13 years old. I think it was 13 when it came out. Maybe, I don't know. But I had so much fun on that game. Like all day, just fighting and just learning new moves. I was playing with everybody. Go to the arcades. That's when the arcades was actually before it became irrelevant. I used to beat the shit out of everybody, man. You get to go to your local second save on the. Y'all remember second save?
I don't think California had.
Oh yeah,
I don't remember that, but I do remember.
I used to go to Second Save and Food Lion before they went out of business. I used to. They used to have arcade machines in there. I used to play that, and of course, it was a Metal Slug right next to it.
Yeah,
I always go like I literally Like I don't remember those type of restaurants, but I really always go to like a Pizza Hut joint, and the first thing I do is ask my mom for a quarter so I can play like Street Fighter.
I like this games at the movie theaters.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it.
Shit, remember they had those cocktail tables at those Pizza Hut joints? And you get to play Pac-Man and all that shit.
Yeah,
And Gallagher. That shit was
Yeah.
awesome. That shit was awesome.
It was.
You remember that?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking
I
about.
missed
I'm
them
talking,
days.
I'm talking about Jalen. That's like mid '90s.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I was born in '93.
Okay, you born '93. Okay.
Yeah, Jalen not too far from us.
I was kind of hoping that with Evo, originally how Evo was going to go, they're going to have Marvel vs. Capcom 2 as like one of the games. I was kind of hoping that because of that, we'd see like a release of modern consoles. But since E3 is going to be online only now, I don't think they're going to be doing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 anymore.
No. Marvel
Yeah, it could be-
vs. Capcom 3, it was a good game, but it was not like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Two.
Wait, it is better, but I would rather play Marvel vs. Capcom 3 than Infinite. That was a total fail.
I forget what they do in 3 that messed it up compared to 2. Because it had the potential Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but it was something that kept
The problem with 3 is they made it a little more user friendly.
I think that's what it was.
Like, because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is like really technical.
Oh yeah. They make it
The
seem.
third one, it was a little more user friendly. Plus, like, I think people got mad at them because they released the game, and less than a year later, they do that Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
They always do that shit.
CBO said it got canceled because there's no version on modern systems.
Yeah, but what I was saying was because the game was going to be featured at E3 in its original form, I was hoping that would call for a re-release for the game to come out on other systems. But now I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe it will still. They're going to go through with it anyway, but I don't know.
No, okay. I wish they would. Re-release that and CVS 2, man. CVS 2 is my game, man.
Oh, definitely, yeah. They need to bring that game back too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you is right.
I actually bought that game for GameCube.
Yeah, you is right. They did made it a little bit too user friendly because I did have Marvel vs. Capcom 3 on the Vita. I did have a Vita, let y'all know. I did enjoy it. I did like it, but it was too easy to do finish moves. Like they made it so casual friendly. I did not like that. But if you are a big fan of fighting games back then, of course, you need to learn how to do the moves. Like each character got their own, type of, how Ken and Ryu got that down right, the fireball.
Mm-hmm.
But other characters, you got to do other stuff. They made it so unique, make it different, but they make it seem like everybody, got the same type, even though they got different types of moves, but you basically doing the same type of combos on your controller, on your joystick. It's the same thing. It's not different. It's not that different. They made it so casual. That's probably why a lot of the hardcore fans got mad at that because it was too user-friendly, man. Too user-friendly.
They should have had 2 separate modes for that.
Yeah, because people like us that grew up on that.
There was regular and there was like easy mode controls, but like even the regular controls were like super easy to use.
Yeah. Should have just left
when
it
you
alone,
and Nick
man.
will be playing Street Fighter. I knew you was gonna bring that up, Peach. Don't be instigating, Peach. But you'll be instigating stuff. We will, man. We will. It's just a lot of stuff that's been going on, man. Too much. He said,
excuses.
I wanted to do it last Sunday, but we decided to do that 4-hour podcast.
I'm still talking about how you said, "Oh, let's play Mortal Kombat 10." I showed you I had it.
Well, just play them, man.
I am, man. Like shit.
I'm like, "Oh, you mean this Mortal Kombat?"
I gotta remember, man. Like I'm trying to do the podcast. I'm trying to play the video games. I'm trying to spend time with
set
the
aside
wife.
30 minutes, man. There ain't no excuse, man.
Like fun story about that I like the fact that I have Mortal Kombat 10 on Xbox is actually pretty interesting because I remember renting the game for Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
And then it installed on my system. But if you don't have the disc, then you can't play it because I was playing the disc version. But I guess when it became free for Xbox Game Pass, it just put it right back into my system for play. I mean, that was actually a pretty neat feature, man. I'm like, cool. So just give me
that was cool.
I got that one on the I was like, that was kind of neat. That the fact since it was installed, it's now unlocked even without the disc.
What the fuck?
What?
They had this guy walking around with a chainsaw.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw
Oh
that.
wow!
I saw that.
Called him Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, that's trending all over Twitter, man. He got arrested too.
Dang.
Yeah, some Hispanic person.
Yeah.
Man, you know, you
crazy.
can't be threatening white folks with chainsaw and get away with it, man.
Yeah, you can't be doing that shit. Hey, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm literally not gonna say it. You know what I was about to go say, right? I'm not gonna say it.
Hey, I'm gonna share this. This is hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that. Do you think Marvel vs. Capcom should go back to high definition version of the original 2D characters designed with the game's original play mechanics brought back? I would like the original mechanics, but the deal with that is that casual is the market, and that will sell. So people like us that want things to be like the original, it's not gonna be the same anymore. I don't know. I don't want it to be like what it used to be with us hardcore gamers, but right now it's all about the market, all about the money.
It's true.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
They re-released the game for like PS3 and 360, but
CVL say he used that chainsaw to cut his butter biscuits. Oh boy, yeah, that was funny.
Man, people love them butter biscuits.
Butter biscuits.
Whoa, what happened? What happened with some
People love them. People love them mama butter biscuits.
You talking about Zen?
No, he talking about the chainsaw guy.
One question, hey, Real, where you gonna stop ducking drunk? Stop ducking drunk question. I was kidding.
Drunk crush. Oh, whatever.
You can't out dunk drone crushing.
Damn.
I guess that's it. Can't really think about anything else. Ain't really getting much questions. So I think we hit our 2-hour mark. Did we? I think we passed. Right? Let me see.
No, we're at.
Hour about.
We're
hour
close
40.
to it.
Oh damn, we not even. Damn, I think about.
About what? Another 18 minutes.
Damn, this show was a short podcast.
Hey, let's talk. Let's talk about
Alex in here trolling.
No.
That motherfucker.
Sales.
We still be on the Switch sales heels here. That dude right there. Talking about a massive. He's that type of fanboy that he loves to talk about. Oh, I'm a hardcore gamer. This and that and this and that. He acts like he's a neutral gamer, but when we off live, he got a shrine inside his closet of Mario and Luigi, and pray to him every night. That's the type of Nintendo fanboy that he is.
CZL saying, "Nick, hey,
he just be fun.
Let's fight Real," and then Real says, "But my kids need me to cook dinner."
Oh, whatever. I already did that earlier.
that is you.
Kendall Smith said, "Don't forget my question." What was his question?
What did he say?
What question?
Oh, I didn't know you was there. Here, Hassan. What's up, man? I didn't know you was there.
Yeah, post your question again.
Yeah, I don't see your question.
I don't see it either. Oh, you talk about this question right here? Like Sega that needs to give us F-Zero GX remaster or something new.
That's not a question.
Oh, I think he meant to ask Real Gamer. Do you think that Sega needs to give us F-Zero GX remaster or something new? I think that's what he meant to say. Ask.
Oh, yeah, if it in order for us to recognize that as a question, be like, well, do you think? That's a question. How you start, so we can, basically be like, okay, that's a question. But if you're just talking, we're not gonna, sometimes we respond back, but the most part, no.
Yeah. But
Or
yeah, I think
just-
he meant. I think he meant. Do you think that?
Or just say like question at the beginning, parentheses, then then type whatever you got.
That'll make it easier for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're not making fun of you, Ken Dolls. It's just next time. Oh, talking about arcades.
Talking about arcades.
Huh?
What about the arcades?
Oh, I remember Michigan used to have Playland and arcades at malls in early 2000 because I was born to December 2nd of 2000. That's not a question.
So he's about 20, no, 19. No, he's 19.
I expect you're saying he remembers an arcade place.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of arcade places are starting to pop up again, but it's different now. What you do is you like pay for like a couple hours.
Yeah, we got that too. We got that too in Texas.
Yeah, there's like a few of them by me too. It's not that bad.
It's like the retro gaming spots.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man,
like
I
you
love
can pay
it. I love
for like a
it.
few hours.
Do they?
All the arcade games are pretty much free.
It is.
Uh-huh.
This place,
Gotta pay.
if you come to, I think they got 2 locations. I think one in Arlington and one in Fort Worth. It's called Free Play. Like, it's a really nice place. They got their own bar. They got a little,
Yeah, I got a place like that in Pasadena.
like they have just about every old school arcade you could think of. It's a nice sized place.
It's
like,
CVO as will you stop being a peasant and go PC?
oh Lord, man, shit, PC is expensive, man.
There you go again.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not-
This guy can't figure out how to run a
There you
podcast
go.
on PC. You want to be PC gamer?
Hey, real. All you need in life is Nintendo and PC.
Nintendo and PC.
I mean, that is true. I mean, I get it now.
But PlayStation got really great games, so I'm not gonna abandon them.
Or you can do PlayStation.
And the only 2
games
games
for-
I'm looking forward to on the PS5 are the next Spider-Man game and the next God of War game. Other than that, I don't give a shit.
What about the next Uncharted game and the next Ratchet and Clank?
Considering what's happening with Last of Us 2, I'm not entirely sure I trust another Uncharted game.
Damn. Well, but the Lost Legacy was really good. If they, make a game
What?
with Chloe and Nadine, that'll be a
And
really good game.
if they decide to build on that, then I'll be looking more forward to it. So I'm kind of hoping they continue that.
Yeah,
Super
like I
Nerd-
actually, yeah, I did play a lot of Lost Legacy about 2 months ago, and that game was pretty good.
It is.
I loved it.
Super Nerd said, "What's
Man, I
Sega,
wish- Oh, sorry.
Oh, how about he said, "What's Sega IP besides Yakuza, Sonic, and Streets of Rage? He wants to come back." It's a lot of them, dude. Like I could just name a lot off the top.
Golden
man.
Axe.
It depends. If they bring Golden Axe, bring it back like how the same style they did Streets of Rage. That would work.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because the Golden Axe that was on the 360 was fucking garbage. I don't know if you remember that bullshit. It was fucking trash. Let me see. Skies of Arcadia. That's the number 1 JRPG. I want to come back like yesterday. That needs to come back. Shinobi. That's a great one. That needs to come back. You would think we have a Shinobi game with all these damn Ninja games coming out coming from software. You got the Ninja Gaiden games. You would think that would
Can we
come
get
back
another
again.
Ninja Gaiden game, please?
Yeah.
Hey, good question. Is Sega in the is Sega in the billionaire market now, or they still in the million?
I don't know. That's a good question. What happened if From Software make a Shinobi game? How would y'all feel? How would y'all feel about it? The people that play Sekiro.
Well, didn't they make a Shinobi game for the PS2 that didn't quite do so well?
Who, From Software? No, I think that was in house.
No, but
That
somebody
was-
else
that
on
was
the
in-house.
somebody did make a Shinobi game.
That was in house. Yeah, the one on PS2 didn't do that well. I don't know, but Shinobi has so much potential. I don't know why they just let that franchise die, man. They need to reboot it. It needs to be rebooted.
Everything.
Like, please don't make a Shinobi game like Sekiro. I mean, I like a challenge, but I don't want to be mad at the fucking game and hate my life. because I'm trying to-
They're gonna be breaking like 10 controls before you beat the game.
I hear some of y'all tell stories. I'm just like, I don't think I have that level of
Patience.
patience in me to deal with it how you have. I would have like given up that game already.
Yeah, it is hard.
And from
I don't think I can do it. I'd probably like break a lot of shit. I'm like, nope.
Hell, nobody
Okay.
didn't talk about Virtual Fighter. What the fuck is going on with Virtual Fighter?
I wish they'd make a Virtual Fighter 6, man. I'm missing that game.
I don't know what the fuck are they doing. They have IPs. Hell,
Like I would love Virtual Fighter 6.
They got arcade. They got a bunch of arcade racers. Where's Outrun? Where's Daytona? Sega Rally. Where's Sega GT? Remember that one? I actually liked that one on the Xbox. Sega GT. They have games, racing games. They got just about every genre.
They made a Daytona too, but it didn't like do as well as the first one or something like that.
The one that was on the Sega Saturn, I loved it, man. I used to always, man. It's just something about that soundtrack. It's so catchy, man. It's so catchy.
Mm-hmm.
and RTX, I got a question. I said, what dead franchise do you want to see reboot?
We just mentioned a bunch of them.
Right.
There's more I would like them to reboot.
Well, not from Sega though. Well, not from Sega. Like what
not
other
from
dead
Sega?
franchise?
Shit, I wasn't
like,
finished on
just in
Sega.
general.
Shit, there's other stuff that needs to get brought back, man. Oh shit, they need to reboot Shining Force and Fantasy Star. Reboot those.
Right.
Reboot them. I will say Alex the Kid, but a lot of people don't even give a fuck about Alex the Kid.
Nobody's gonna remember that one.
Huh?
Nobody's gonna remember that one.
Yeah. I used to like the first one. Was the Alex the Kid in the Miracle World? I actually did like that on the Master System. That was pretty good. Wonder Boy got rebooted. Was it Monster Boy? That's the same thing. That's the same series. Yeah, that got rebooted. Vector Man, y'all brought that up. I will say Virtual Cop, but that's more of an arcade type of game. It's Panzer Dragoons. It got rebooted, but I'm talking about the RPG one, the Saga. That game is so fucking expensive, man. They need to go ahead and reboot that game.
Like I said, they need to release these games on something because like this bullshit about those games being like up to $800 or more.
That is crazy, bro. That's just crazy. Any more questions?
I think that's it.
Do you think? Well, all of a sudden, all these questions popped up, but I ain't gonna read all of them. But this is gonna be the last question right here. Do you think, to Real Gamer, do you think that the Nintendo Switch selling that will be the lead in for Nintendo to release a new improved Switch SKU that was leaked not too long ago?
Do you think the Switch selling? I don't know. That's a good one.
Like, well, now would be like the worst possible time for
Right.
Switch to make that because if you're sold out,
Yeah, you're still doing good.
You're making money off your thing, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you know, all those Switches you just bought, oh, they're useless now. Buy this new one. I'm like, that would be the worst.
Yeah, that would definitely.
It's like this. The Switch has been out for over 3 years. Like, just wait until next year or two to come out with the Switch Pro. Just let this go at least. I would say at least one more year.
I mean, I think
one more year.
1 or 2 more years would be good.
I think when they do another console, it's gonna be like the Switch, just like a bit more powerful.
Yeah,
But it's gonna be like the new thing because, like, hopefully they make it backwards compatible. But like,
oh, it will be. I think it will be.
it's like, yeah, that would be the worst time for Nintendo to say, "Oh yeah, here, buy this brand new Switch we just came out with, making your previous Switch you just bought completely useless, and you have no reason to have it anymore."
Yeah, if they want to compete with PS5 and the Xbox Series X, they have to make their next.
What starting to kill Sega.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're not going to make another Switch. Of course they are. They're making a powerful Switch, a powerful console every generation. But I'm just saying don't release it at this moment.
No, that's not a smart thing to do. But if they do it, it needs to be backwards compatible so you won't piss off your fan base.
Yeah. Well, I think it will be backwards compatible because
have it play like your own Switch cartridges, like the original. The original 3DS used to let you play like older DS games on it.
Yeah. Hell, didn't you play like GBA games on the 3DS?
I think the original 3DS, yes, but then like when they came out with the new 3DS, they took out that feature. You could play the older
I did not know that.
DS games on it, but you couldn't put in like Game Boy Advance games in it.
Now that was a underrated handheld. I love the Game Boy Advance. It had a lot of great games on there, dude.
Oh, I love the Game Boy Advance SP, man. That was like my favorite handheld.
I think the
like,
Game Boy Advance is my favorite ever because ever since the clamshell came out, I wasn't a big fan of it because my hand size is just so uncomfortable holding the clamshells. But the GBA, it was so comfortable. I love the fact we get to play, these games. Was it 32-bit games like on the go? It was so awesome, man. And I don't know, like I thought about buying another one. It's one off this website. I get to actually customize it, put a backlight screen in it. So I'm really thinking about doing it, huh?
Is that they ported a lot of SNES games to it too. That was what's cool about it.
Yeah, I love the GBA. Honestly, I think that's the best ever handheld game that came out before the Switch.
It just seems weird the way they released the Super Mario release. Like Super Mario Remaster 3 was Super Mario World, and like Super Mario Remaster 4 was Super Mario 3. It was like we're like confusing number.
The Super Mario Advance was Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, they did like it was called Advance, but then like it was like just the re-released SNES version.
CBS says Sega's annual income is over $2.25 billion US. So I guess you could say they are a $1 billion company.
Okay,
they're not broke. They're not broke at all. Y'all gotta remember they do.
They don't stop making these dumbass decisions.
No, you gotta remember the arcade market in Japan is still very good. They make a lot of money off of arcades, and plus, remember Sega Sammy, they are in charge of the Pachinko machine, so they make a lot of money just off of that, just alone. And of course, you got the Yakuza series, the Sonic series, the Personas. You got other stuff. Of course, they got the Aliens and the Vanquish and Bayonetta, so they're doing a little something. Persona. So,
we get a Vanquish 2 or something?
Man, I don't know why it was taking so long. Maybe because the game didn't sell all that well, but I don't know. But that game kind of reminded me of Gears of War for some reason.
Yeah, that was kind of the point. It's supposed to be like
it was a good
Gears
game.
of War.
At least remaster it or reboot it. I would love to play it again.
They did. They did. They just released the game on like Xbox One and PS4.
Oh, they did re-release it. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
How it looks. I don't know how it looks.
That's pretty good.
It does.
Just that you could already get it on PC, the better version.
Fucking PC peasant. Oh, I hate y'all peasants.
How dare you? Don't you dare call us peasants.
PC peasant. Let me see. What else? Do we got any more?
No.
Real know that Fantasy Star game just came out on
That
Xbox.
144 life is like, man, you just don't.
Yes, I know that, Super Nerd. Yes, you got to remember, that's an old 2011, 12 game. Like, yes, it's new on Xbox, but it's still old. I'm talking about like a brand new Fantasy Star game.
A lot of people looking all excited for 60 frames per second on the PS5, and I'm like, man, I got like a 144 frame per second going on. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we with PS5, 60 FPS. Oh, that's nice.
That's cute. Like, let me know when you reach 150.
Compared to Nintendo over 50 plus billion US dollar or EA's over 35 plus billion USDA. Damn, they worth that much?
Sure.
Hold on.
Damn.
Hold on. So he says Sega's annual income is over 2.25 billion. So how much are they worth total? I don't know how much they worth total. If they made that in a year, then how much are they worth overall? I'm pretty sure they're worth less than EA and Nintendo, but they still are up there with the big dogs.
Like how much money does Nintendo got sitting in the bank right now? Like $15 billion.
A lot of money.
Huh? About like 15 billion.
Let me see what Nintendo's is.
Yeah, I know they up there like 15 billion or 13 billion.
You know what? Who fucking cares? This is like, I don't care.
I know it's not the important question, but man,
fucking Nick, he gets mad when y'all talking about them sales. He gets so angry.
Not that, man. What do I look like to you? The fucking stockbroker for Sega and Nintendo? I don't care how much money.
Hey, Nick, man, it's just out of curiosity, man. It's just out of curiosity.
Nick, like, man, I got a bunch of ramen noodles in the damn pantry. I'm fucking broke. I ain't got no goddamn steak in the damn fridge. I barely got a half a gallon of milk. Y'all worry about Nintendo's money? Fuck them. I'm gonna rob them motherfucking asses.
What's the question?
Shit, Nick be like, man, you know what I had for dinner? I had water hose, water, and some bread. Shit.
Man, I can afford food. I'm just saying that, like I ain't starving. I'm just saying that.
Man, who cares about Nintendo sales, man? Y'all motherfuckers always care about these sales like I guess about this money. Man.
Did you ever see me talk about sales anywhere of any system?
No.
We're in multiple discords with each other. We talk to each other all the time. When have you ever seen me bring up the sales shit?
Nah, that mainly be Alex.
Right.
That dude, he loves the console wars.
Like, I keep my mouth shut about sales because I don't care anymore, man. I buy what I buy, and that's it for me. I don't care if anybody else bought that shit or not.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it looks good to me, I'm going to buy it, and I'm not going to cry if other people don't. I'm like, why didn't you buy it?
Man, don't turn to another day, Jay.
So Golden Edge said Binary Domain was a hidden gem from Sega for the Xbox 360. It was a really good sci-fi third-person shooter. It deserves a second chance on the Binary Domain. I never heard of that. Maybe I'll check it out.
Let me look that up.
I'll check it out.
Nick's out here stealing mattresses.
What is real going to get a Game Gear micro because I'm buying them all? Are you really gonna buy them all, Super Nerd? Like the fanboy in me and the collector part of me wants to get it, but I don't really see the value of it.
We all know you're buying.
The only thing, okay, it's like this. It's like this. If this don't do too well in the States, then I'm gonna buy it just to collect it because it's gonna be worth a lot of money. That's the only way. Yeah. I'm not gonna play it because how the fuck can I play it? Look how big my hands is. I can't play that shit.
Exactly.
Man, don't think it's almost the size of Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons.
Girly hands. Look at that.
Game Gear was an awesome, handheld console growing up. It's just the battery life what killed the momentum.
Like, oh my god, re-release that thing with preloaded games and make it rechargeable. That would be like the best thing they could do.
Man,
that would be better than this. Yeah.
The screen is 1.1 inches wide. What the hell? Who can see that shit?
That is tiny. Like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Who came up with this idea? This is stupid.
Or the Sega Nomad. That thing was like a Game Gear, but you could actually put your Genesis games into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did Sega literally put this shit in the washer machine and just shrunk it or some shit? Or was Sega just literally drunk out of their minds when they came up with this shit? I don't know.
This shit?
I don't know. I think Sega was going to come up with something, and it didn't hit, unfortunately.
Did they have the Nintendo Joy-Cons in them inside their minds? And they say, hey guys, you know what would be a good idea? Let's make a Sega Gear Mini the size of a Joy-Con. People would love that.
Man,
that would be the greatest, biggest.
I think.
And let's put the last Bible on one of them.
Like, they really got to be drunk out of their mind.
I don't know what was worse, the Sega 32X or this shit. This I don't know which is worse. It's bad.
Yeah. Well, the Sega 32X came out in the middle of the Sega CD, and they pretty much said, "Oh yeah, so that Sega CD you just spent $300 on, worthless. Here's a 32X."
I know. I don't know which one is worse, man.
So that would cause bad. Starting for Sega.
Like the Sega CD was cool. I like the fact that you get to actually have some actual. CGI, even though the quality is bad now, but we actually had some CGI trailers on it. I thought that was really cool and very innovative. And they should have just kept that. Just okay. The Sega CD, not too many people was a big fan, but it was cool at the time. So they should be like, okay, that's all we're gonna do. That's the only attachment we're gonna put on this Sega Genesis, and let's go ahead and put all the resources that we're gonna put towards the Sega 32X and put it towards the Sega Saturn. That was so dumb what they did. Very dumb, man. Because like, remember when I think the Sega Saturn launched at $400, in which I think that was stupid. So if you had, okay, if they would have went back in time and just saved all that money and fuck 32X and be like, here, we're gonna compete with the PlayStation. We're gonna charge $299 just like they did. $399 for a console that has less games. Was ludicrous. It was stupid. But this is why they're not in the console market no more, because of bad decisions. I don't understand. It's just dumb. So I don't know. What do y'all think? Does 32X was the dumbest idea, or was this Game Gear Micro?
Oh, definitely Game Gear Micro.
I guess they both was fucking retarded.
I don't know, man. Like Sega literally lost us. Like I don't know what happened to Sega.
I don't know, man. I was a huge Sega fan, man, but they lost it. Sorry to say, they lost it, man. But anyway, I think
back in the day, you was either Sega. Yeah, back in the day, you was either Sega side or Nintendo side. You was either red side or blue, Mario or Sonic.
Oh well.
Republican or Democrat? I'm just kidding about that.
Oh hell, there we go.
I was kidding about that.
So we did pass our 2-hour mark, guys. I guess we're gonna stop it right here. So I guess it's a cool episode. You know, little quiet since G-Rock his bitch ass done left, and of course we don't got Alex today trolling shit out of us, especially me about me being a Sega fan. So fuck Alex. Y'all can tell him that I say fuck him. You know, y'all can go snitch on me and tell him right now. I don't give a fuck.
You probably watching the podcast right
Yeah, you don't care.
So anyway.
After having birthday sex, you don't give a shit about your opinion.
Right.
So anyway, it was a good episode. Make sure y'all like the episode, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and don't forget this Sunday we will do a more serious political type of podcast. So if you can't take it, do not come. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about when it comes to the political side, the social issues, the injustices that's going on towards black and brown people. You know what? I'm gonna just say black people. Brown people, they don't got it that bad. Like I'm just say black people. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna do that on this Sunday. If you want to come, you come. You don't. Make sure you join my Discord. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the Discord link in the description one more time, just in case if you didn't get it, because I did put it in the chat a few minutes ago. And I did get a few more members from last week, so I appreciate the new guys that came to the Discord. So here's a link to the Discord. Just go ahead and join, please do so. And I guess after that, we'll do our outros and get the hell up out of here. So let's go ahead and start with you, Nick.
All right, this has been another episode of Real Talk with Real Talk Podcast. I actually like this one. This actually did pretty good. So,
what's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I got no Alex in here.
Oh, that's fucked up. He throws some shade.
Man, I didn't mean it like that, man.
Oh, yes, you did.
Nah, we messing with you.
I'm going to edit this clip out and send it to Alex.
Let me say, I'm trying to say goodbye for the night, okay? So thank you all for joining us. Appreciate it. And we will see you next week. Or at least I will.
All right, appreciate it. Let's go with you, Jalen.
This is Roy Jalen. I had a really good time on this podcast. Talk about lots of shit, and I will see y'all next week or Sunday if y'all decide to come.
Okay. Last but not least, Amazu. You always want to last, Amazu.
Nah, it's fine, man. I don't mind it.
I just look at the order. You always last.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Yo, this was a great podcast, man. It's awesome topics, man. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, and like I said, I appreciate everybody coming, and please hit that like, subscribe button, and we will see y'all guys on Sunday. Peace out.
Hold on.
Hold on, before y'all start talking shit, let me hit the stop.
No, my wife.